This feature overview video is part 2 of the two-part series. The purpose of this video will be to provide a very brief overview of some 60 features of the SentryMDU app that are available. The other 60 features were covered in part 1 of this series. We have other videos available that will take an in-depth look at the configuration steps necessary to implement many of these features. For now, we're just reviewing some of the features that are available. Each screen will be accompanied by a brief explanation and include a reference to the section of the user guide where additional information may be found. Enjoy the video. We begin part 2 of our feature overview with a look at the live search feature. When you open the live search, you're looking through the camera viewfinder, and as the device is rotated, users within the search radius will come into view. You can search both active and inactive users. You'll see the little green globe on the screen. That represents a user. Refer to the user manual to see a layout of how the live search panel looks. Activate points of interest. When a user creates a points of interest, they're designated by a small red flag. So this is available. You can designate which layers will show points of interest. This is something you'll need to configure. Map search feature. Like the live search feature, the map search feature allows you to search for users within a defined search radius. You can display both active and inactive users. This shows the layout of the map search panel. You'd probably want to take a few minutes and review the user manual to get familiar with how the map search panel works. Point of interest live search panel has a quick launch feature. This is a long click in the settings button that jumps directly to the live search panel. Object recognition. This is an AI feature. You're able to configure a device to detect a variety of objects such as people, animals, cars, boats. And in this illustration, the object has detected a person and triggered a notification event. Radio station icons. You have the ability to install a live streaming internet radio station into the map layers. Display options, maps, objects, and icons. There's a series of menus that allow you to select which icons and map layers you want to display. Create a floating window. Floating windows will be something you will use quite a bit. This is an example of a floating window that displays an internet TV station. Quick access to a bookmarks button. When the app is installed, it installs 2 bookmarks. One will give you a jump directly to the bookmark list. Send a bookmark to another user. You have the ability to send bookmarks you create to another user that's within your security domain. You'll use this feature often. Gallery bookmarks. Create a group panel of bookmarks. In this example, you can see there are a grid of 9 bookmarks, 8 of which are in this particular panel. You'll want to take a look at the layout of a floating window gallery of these bookmarks that you'll find in the manual. Bookmark observatory. This is an organization of bookmarks that contain rows and columns of sensor data, so you can organize it in different ways. In this picture, you show a layout of the observatory panel. You'll want to take a look in the manual and learn a little bit about these. Here shows an example of 3 remote mobile devices on an observatory panel, so you can review 3 at one time on your device. User panel items saved as bookmarks. This shows on the user panel all these red different boxes are the things that you can create bookmarks for to get one-click access. Object panel items saved as bookmarks. Same thing on the mobile object panel. All the red boxes show which items can be created as a single-click bookmark. New object gallery allows you to create objects on the screen with a variety of icons for attaching data to the map screen. Display audio and video for all objects in a search area. A search feature that allow you to get objects in a viewable screen area. You can also display audio-video for selected objects, and this shows a selected area which you show audio and video from those objects. You may also monitor a single remote device, and this shows where a single remote device, you click on the screen and it goes full screen for you. You can monitor multiple remote devices, and this is an example of you have 3 different live video feeds. You can click on one and it opens to full screen. You can also search for all remote devices within a security domain, and this is just an example of 3 of them that have been selected in your search area. Monitor GPS and video from multiple remote devices. You can monitor GPS locations and watch video from multiple remote devices all at the same time. Select remote devices by tracing a finger on the screen. This is pretty handy. Instead of having to select them, you just trace around it and then click and you can monitor them. GPS footprint of a single remote device. Here you can display the GPS footprint of a single remote device for the past 24 hours. You can have a GPS footprint of multiple devices, and this shows as many remote devices as you want to include for the past 24 hours, and look at each individual one. Geofence notification alert. You can create a region on the screen, and if people go into or out of that region, it will trigger a notification alert. Add bookmarks with QR codes. You can scan the QR code and it'll add the bookmark automatically. GPS waypoint navigation using audio ping feature. This is like a metal detector. If you get close to waypoints, the sound will ping louder or softer. Tools available as default bookmarks. A library of tools are available to create custom user map layers. Server instance default bookmarks. There's a group of default bookmarks that are available to everyone. Review GPS track history of devices. This allows you to go back in time, select a device, select a time period, and you're able to review the GPS track history of that individual device. So this shows an example. Multiple users can be displayed. You can zoom in for detail. Access sensors on a remote device. This gives you the ability to adjust the sensor parameters on local and remote devices. This simply shows a screen. Broadcast a newsletter video to all users. You can broadcast a video newsletters to all members of a security domain. Pretty handy if you have training material. Review historical data from devices. This allows you to go back in history and review all data that's been recorded that's available for review. So example here shows reviewing GPS and dash cam video from months into past. Stream data to multiple users. You have 2 different options. One is you can stream data directly from your local device to other users, or method 2 is you can stream audio video data from the local device through the data server and onto other users. Monitor audio from a remote device and record it. When listening to audio from a remote device, to save it, you simply click the record button and then click it again to stop. You can also monitor video from a remote device and record it. When watching video, to save it, simply click the record button. When you're done, click it again. Same thing for audio video. You can monitor it from a remote device. To save it, simply click the record button. Access recorders on a remote device. You can access to turn recorders on or off on a remote device by clicking on the recorders button and reviewing the menu options. Access data archive on a remote device. This gives you the ability to access the archive of stored data on a remote device. You can just click on the archive button to access the recorded files. Playback audio video from a remote device. Users are able to play back audio video that's been stored on a remote device. Play pre-recorded audio to other users. You can pre-record the audio and then play from your device to other users on the system. Direct control peer-to-peer link. This is where data is tunneled through a peer-to-peer UDP connection via distributed UDP repeaters. Very secure system. Display 4 channels in a stacked format. This creates a stacked group of sensor channels, so if you want to group them together, it's for easy viewing. One way to do it. Activate video streaming on a remote device. You can navigate to the object panel of a remote device, just click the stream button and you're streaming video. The Places panel. You'll want to review the user manual to review the layout of the My Places panel. Lots of options are here. Using live search to locate places. This is the same type of live search feature. You hold your phone, scan the distance, and within a certain radius you can review live search items. So look at the layout of the live search panel. Places on a map. This is where you've designated places, but this is the map search option. Instead of people, you're looking at places that you have saved. Send drawings to other users. You can create a drawing using the Drawing Tools feature, and then you can send that drawing to other users within your security domain. So one drawing can go to many people. Send live audio and video content in a text message. In this example, we've put live video content into a text message and sending to others. A body cam feature. This has access to the body cam features. You'll want to review the manual to see some of the different buttons and features. But once configured, you just click to start, or you can use the tap command or voice control. This shows an example of a body cam video is monitored from another device. Take a picture and draw on the pictures. You can use the drawing feature to take a picture and then draw on the image and send that image to others. Schedule data transfers for specific time periods. This allows you to schedule the upload of data during specific time periods, like shift change or other times. Review multiple channels of sensor data. There's a history panel that allows you to record and display multiple channels of sensor data. Turn off remote access. This is important. This allows you to turn off the remote access others have to your device. You should review this section in the manual. Vehicle dash cam. It shows how you can configure a mobile device to operate as a vehicle dash cam. You can send it to one group or a whole group of people, so you have options to live stream video to multiple users. Motion activated surveillance camera. This shows where motion events that are triggered may send alerts to other users. This shows a screen example. Peer-to-peer large file transfer. This allows you to transfer large files like 50 megabytes or more between mobile devices. User information panel. Lots of information on this panel. You need to become familiar with it because you'll be using it quite a bit. Retrieve content and put on a timeline. This allows you to it displays in a graphical timeline a history of all content stored on a particular device. Internet radio feature. Install live streaming audio from online sources onto a user device, like radio stations. Same thing for internet television feature. It allows you to install live streaming video from online sources onto a user device, and you can watch internet TV. This shows an example installed on a mobile device. URL search on a live search panel. This uses the target search feature to access the live search panel. Click on it to access users. Location feature. This allows you to rapidly determine the location of a user device, current or last known device location. Group messaging. This allows you to create a messaging group to use in the messaging feature. So it's not one-to-one, it can be one-to-many. Embed live video from a covert camera. You can embed live streaming video from a covert camera into a map screen. Install a map icon to reference a set of building blueprints. Here you've embedded a map icon that contains a set of blueprints into a map screen. Click on it, you get access to the documents. Speech to text feature. A speech recognizer feature will translate the spoken word to text, currently English only. This now concludes part 2 of our features overview video. For more detailed explanation and configuration options, please refer to the user manual.